Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Friday and another snow day. So we are officially just like iced in. I mean, and by iced in, I mean everything's ice on like the side streets, the main roads have been plowed. So I think Portland's figuring it out. We're figuring out how to function in this weather, even though it's super um, odd for us to have this much snow and ice. So this is the fourth day off of school my kids have had this week. They went to school on Tuesday. So everybody's getting a little stir crazy, especially now that the snow isn't fun to play in. But my oldest came down with a sniffle today, so we're just kind of taking it easy. My husband's working from home. Boys are watching some movies. We had an afternoon of Play-Doh and book reading, and now they are just chilling with some screen time. So I went to the bins this morning, and if you were following my Instagram story, you could see some of those shots that I put up from that. I'm kind of new to the Instagram story. I think I'm doing it right. I don't know. But if you are watching this because of my Instagram story, thanks for joining over here for that. Um, anyway, so I went to the bins this morning. There weren't a ton of people there, so the picking was really good, and I was surprised that it was because I thought for sure, since this city has been snowed and iced in all week, that people wouldn't be donating things. So from what I could tell, though, the stuff that was in the bins was stuff from the retail stores because most of it was tagged. So there were some untagged randoms in there for sure, but most of it was from retail stores. So that was really cool. There were a few pickers there. There there was like one really intense picker there. Our like Nicole State has said, I shop at the same bins that Nicole State does, and like she has said, our bins are pretty chill. They're pretty relaxed. People in Portland in general are pretty laid back, but there was sometimes you get those really intense people at the bins, and there was a really intense lady at the bins today. Um, so once I figured out her game, I just kind of stayed away from her during rotations. So anyway, I had my share of clothes thrown at me today, and she was basically, when we were shopping next to each other, basically just taking everything out of the bins and throwing it into her cart, or taking it and then like throwing it over her shoulder and running it to her cart and coming back and pushing me over. And you know, don't be that person. I'm sure none of you are, but if you have the tendency or you think you want to, can you not do that? I it I'm not a confrontational person, but it really took a lot for me to keep my mouth closed. I just kept thinking to myself, it's not worth it to say anything. It's not worth it to say anything. Just go find another bin. But man, my flesh rises up and I want to like tell her what's up. So anyway, maybe you guys have some bin stories like that. I don't experience that too often, but you could share your bin story in the comments section. I'd love to hear it. We have a hard job. Kind of. I don't know. Some days I feel like I work really hard, and some days I'm like, is this really my job? Do I really get paid to do this? So, day by day. So, anyway, all that aside, I have a haul video for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Make sure my phone is turned off. All right, so I'm just going to get into it. Same as last time. So I spent 2.5 hours at the bins this morning. I spent $61, got 61-ish pounds at 99 cents a pound. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm really happy with the stuff that I picked up. A lot of bread and butter, but some really good surprising items. So let's get to it. Again, I just unloaded everything from the car. I did not organize. It's just going to come out of my bags. And we'll all be surprised together because people ask me when like my husband will ask me when I get home, he'll be like, how are the bins? And I'll say, they were great. And he says, what do you get? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Cause I never remember what I got unless it's some like really amazing piece. There are a couple items I remembered from today, but when I go back through my bins or my bags again, I'm like, hey, I forgot I found this. Anyway, so I get to do that with you today. So the first item is Quacker Factory. This does not sell as well as it used to. When I first started eBay, but it's a butterfly print. It is a size large. The plus sizes sell better of this brand. I think they sell it on QVC. With the market the way it is now, I think I can get $20 to $30 for this. It used to be 40 to 50 when I first started, but you know, those brands, they change. So Nike 6.0, just a basic women's wide neck sweatshirt. These go pretty well. I think I can probably get 15 to 20 for this, considering its condition. This is a really nice Nike shirt. It's a good athletic. Can't really see the detail on it, but Nike dry fit. It's from the running line, and their running line is always good. And then it has the, oh, there's a name. They call this something. I learned it a few weeks ago, where you can kind of see the pattern of mesh on the back. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, that doesn't help you though, does it? Anyway, it's like a blue polka dot top. I can probably get 15 for this. It's in perfect condition. Okay, so here's one of my really good finds for today. I was very happy about this. My first All Saints find. I did find an All Saints at the bins a couple of weeks ago, but it was like a wool sweater and completely washed and dried. So it was like a size large, but you know, shrunk down to doll size. So there's no way that would have sold. So I did not pick it up. This is like a button front top. So I'm excited. My first All Saints. All right. Kirkland cashmere, because I pick up all the cashmere. I don't even know if this has holes in it. I will look it up or look at it a little bit closer. It is pretty pilled. If it has no holes or flaws, I will sell it by itself. If it has holes, I'll throw it in a bag. So I buy cashmere no matter what, and then anything with flaws I'll put in a bag, and then when I collect like over 10 sweaters, I will lot them together and sell them as a cutter lot. I've said that before, I think, on my videos, but just to reconfirm. Okay, so this is a gamble, but some of these 80s brands are really popular and go for quite a bit. So this Gotcha, and I just remember this from my childhood. This looks like something my stepdad would have worn in the 80s. Popular print back then. This is for me. You don't need to see my clothes. Always bring home stuff for myself and for my kids. Always. Okay, so this is a vintage Adidas sweatshirt with the, and by vintage, this is probably like 90s. I'll have to kind of, I don't know if I'll use vintage in my terminology. The rule of thumb is if it's over 20 years old, you can use the term vintage. So I'm not sure if this, well, 1997 was 20 years ago. That's insane. And I think this might be from before 1997, so maybe it's vintage. Oh man, just saying that makes me feel so old. I got a Chico's linen dress. Chico's size 2. So we know with vanity sizing, Chico's does vanity sizing, right? So it's a size 2 is about a large. If you get confused about that, I just refer to Chico's size chart on their website. I did not untangle this top. It's a tank, and it's like a layered tank. I've heard of this brand. I've heard Nicole State talk about it. I cannot. It's Bailey 44. And it's not anything too fancy. It's like, sorry, it's totally a tangled vest. I'm not going to take the time to untangle it right now, but it's like a layered tank top, stretch tank top. So pick that up. All right. I told you I love vintage. It's a vintage dress. It's pretty. It has lace sleeves and the original tags, you guys. Look at that. And it's floral with a tie back. Do you see? And it's like, I'm trying to give you a gauge of how long this is. It's a full length with all of this really pretty lace detail. This is the kind of vintage I don't think I can lose with, especially because it's new with tags. It has absolutely no flaws in it. I don't know what somebody's going to do with this when they buy it, but a lover of vintage is going to pick this up. So I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm gonna put on this for price. The brand, did you see the brand? Klein's. That's probably the store that it came from. The original price back whenever it was brand new was $40. So that's a lot of money back then, whenever then was. All right, another cashmere sweater, Izod. And I think besides a lot of heavy pilling, there are no flaws with this sweater. So I will put that up by itself. As we're talking about cashmere, here's another Ann Taylor cashmere. I sold an Ann Taylor cashmere sweater the other day for $32, I think. So again, pretty heavily pilled. I have a new fabric shaver coming in the mail as soon as the Amazon trucks can make their way to my house. Helly Hansen is a brand that does pretty well for me. I never find Helly Hansen dresses though, so this is a new thing. It's a dress. It's just a cute little summer dress with a drawstring at the waist. So I have to check comps for this. I know like their outerwear does really well for me, but I didn't look up comps because I figured, well, I think it'll sell just fine how it is. So this dress I picked up, and I'd never seen this tag before, but and this is why we follow people on Instagram. This is why we watch YouTube videos. I've seen this before, John Galt. I've seen it before and I'd heard of it. I'm going to pull up real quick on my computer because when I pulled comps, what stood out to me was this name, and I can't remember it. That's why I'm Brandy Melville. So I have heard Brandy Melville and John Galt in Flying in the Wind on Instagram and on YouTube. So I know other sellers have done well with this, and comps look decent. It's not like amazing. This isn't a $100 dress or anything. But I think I can probably put $25, $30 on it. So, and when you find it at the bins for as cheap as it is, that's fine with me. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize my other screen here. I have to figure out how to do screen sharing. I don't know how to do that right now. I don't know how to do anything else besides record YouTube videos and then upload them. So perhaps I will learn how to screen share. And I think, you guys, I think I have like close to, I better not quote that, but I have a lot more subscribers than I thought I did. Thank you for subscribing to me. After Nicole's, shout out to my YouTube channel a couple weeks ago, and then with the awesome video that she put out yesterday about, what seasoned eBay sellers wish they knew when they first started their business. I got to play a small part in that, and just seeing my face on that video with all these other amazing resellers that I look up to, it was very humbling for me. And then after those two things, my subscribers just shot up. So thank you, Nicole, for that, for putting all of that together and for backing us resellers up so much in the community. This is an awesome community. If you guys aren't on the Instagram reselling community, get there. It's an amazing place. I have learned so much from everybody over there. And a few of us have YouTube channels, so it's a really cool place to hang out. Only positivity though. We don't need negativity over there, because that's what I love about it, is it's a positive environment and everybody's helping each other, and we're not afraid of competition. We just help each other up and watch each other succeed, and it is a great place to thrive. So, okay, moving on. The Ann Taylor Loft skirt, and I really liked this embroidered pattern on the skirt. It's an A-line with a cute little lace hem. So I'm not going to tell you like what everything weighs, but just keep in mind, 99 cents a pound. So I bought this. I don't know. I maybe shouldn't have. I organized my grandparents' estate sale this last summer, and I learned about a lot of military jackets in that, because my grandpa had a bunch of military jackets in his attic. And so it got my mind kind of going, well, if I find military jackets at the bins, I wonder what they would sell for. So I'm still not sure, but I did find this military jacket. There are no markings in it. There's this pin on the lapel. I know some military jackets sell well on eBay. I just feel like, I mean, this is in really good condition, and it's wool. It's 100% wool. Maybe the bin pickers can help me figure out what this is. They're pretty good. They're pretty good about that. So, or anybody, I mean, really, if you know what that is, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be spending some time doing some research on this, but it's a nice jacket. So, pick that up. It's heavy, so I probably paid close to $4, maybe $5 for it when all is said and done. More Prana. I think you're seeing Prana in just about every one of my hauls lately. They're jeans, Prana jeans. These will probably go for about 20 bucks. Picked up this Free People. I think it's an older style tag, but it's a tank top. Summer's coming. All right, picked up this Land's End cashmere cardigan. It's 100% cashmere, so I will take that. Where am I going to put all this stuff? Okay, I looked up comps on this and I saw nothing. So I decided it was worth the risk, you know, like the dollar risk of picking it up. Army is, I don't know if that's probably how you say it. It's a linen blouse and it's a high-low blouse. So the front is a shorter hem than the back. I don't know. It seems like it's a popular style right now, this linen material. And I mean, it reminds me of flax, like a flax piece, and it's really well made. So I figured, well, I'll pick it up. I could not find any comps, but for, you know, 60 cents, totally worth the pickup. All right. This sweater is heavily pilled. It's Armani Exchange. I actually don't have a ton of experience with Armani Exchange. I know it's like Armani's lower end brand, but I figured it'd be worth picking up. It's, like I said, got pretty heavy pilling on it, but there's no other flaws. I'll take a fabric shaver to it and see if I can get that cleaned up. It's a nice gray cardigan. Okay, I picked this up because of the bin pickers. I still am drawn to this stuff. It's not really the stuff that I'm actively searching, but when I find it at the bins, I'm going to pick it up. It's this brand, Donny Girl, California, and it's like a jumpsuit, a vintage jumpsuit. So it's got this awesome 80s stripe. Looks like there maybe should have been a belt. Yep, it's at one point had a belt, doesn't anymore, but it's like a pants jumpsuit with pockets. Hey, this stuff's coming back, so I'm gonna buy it because it costs less than $1, and I know it'll sell. I don't know what price point it's gonna sell at yet, but I'll do a little research and figure it out. Like I've said before, when you find stuff at the bins, the question you have to ask yourself is it in good condition and can I sell it? And if those two answers are yes, then pick it up. So I didn't go to the bins today to specifically look for that kind of an item, but when I saw it, I said, hey, this has potential to sell, and I like it, and I think it's cool. So, all right, picked up Denim and Supply, Ralph Lauren, and it's like a peasant top with these crochet sleeves. I think it's pretty cute. And picked this up right before I walked out the doors. I don't even understand. I'm not. Give me a comfortable t-shirt and some comfortable jeans. I don't get it. It's like a vest. It's a knit Free People vest. Obviously you're gonna wear it over something. I would never wear this, but I will sell it probably for about $25. All right, one bag down. Let's go to the next one. There's lots of cashmere today, you guys. Just a boring old cashmere sweater with a hole in it. So that'll get lotted up in my cashmere lot. Zara Basic. Zara. What's happening with Zara, people? Can somebody give me the heads up on Zara? Because Poshmark makes it one of their headlining brands, like, hey, a Zara party, put up all your Zara. So I've started buying Zara, and I can't sell Zara. It doesn't sell. But I'm going to keep picking it up because I figure it's got to be style. It's got to be style. Like, I've got to just kind of figure out the niche. So if there's something about Zara that I don't know that somebody could fill me in on, that'd be great. Because I'm just going to keep picking it up when I find it at the bins, but I'm not selling it for very much at all. So anyway, it's a cute sleeveless blouse for sure, like with an accordion crepe. I like it. This brand, guys, I posted about this brand on Instagram. This is a new brand to me, and not only is it a good brand, it's a really good brand. So if you're looking down, or if you've got my face hidden while you work, take a look. Priza collection. Sorry for the blurry tag, but you get the idea. It's super wrinkled. I will take my iron to this because of what it is. It's like a dress. It's a hooded dress. I couldn't find this exact item in like the 2 minutes that I've tried to pull comps at the bins, but this brand is going very consistently between $50 and $200. So I'm pretty excited about finding a new brand. Because when I find brands like this at the bins and there's no risk to pick them up, then when I go to retail stores, if I've had good success, if I turn around and sell this item for $100, and I don't know, I mean, maybe it'll sell for 30, I don't know. But if this sells for a large amount, then I know when I go to a retail store, I will see Priza and be like, yeah, this is worth the $8 that Goodwill tagged it at because I know it's a $200 flip or whatever. So I like to use the bins as a training ground. So I tell anybody who's starting eBay, if you have an outlet, a Goodwill outlet next to you, go. That's where you learn. Your risk is low because if you buy something and it doesn't sell for much, then you haven't lost anything. The bins is a training ground. I didn't, like I've said before, I didn't shop anywhere else except for the bins because that's how I learned a lot of my brands until I started following people on Instagram and YouTube. So sorry, hold on. Tickle in my throat. Okay. I didn't know Athleta did plus sizes. So I picked up this Athleta 2X tank, and it's a bra tank, and sorry, it's all strappy, so it's tangled up. I don't know if I can untangle this for you. Okay, here we go. So good workout athletic tank and 2X. So I think Athleta and 2X should do pretty good. All right, basic Nike sweatshirt. Probably get 15 for this. I feel like I've showed you some of these almost in all my videos. Nike sweatpants, good basics. These will go, they're pretty basic, so these will go for 18 to 22 bucks though, easy. All right. My early eBay days taught me to not pass up on this kind of stuff. So this is stuff that we don't really talk about on Instagram a whole lot. But it's D-Hen, and it's a vintage, and this Bob Ronald, this sweater once belonged to this guy. It's a vintage Letterman sweater. It has holes in it. It's wool. Still gonna sell. In perfect condition, these sweaters sell for 100 to 150 bucks. With holes in it, I'm not quite sure how well it's gonna sell, but it's still gonna sell. See, Bob's name on the sweater. Sorry, Bob, I'm gonna sell your sweater on eBay. I bet in 1965, when he bought this, he didn't know that someday his sweater would be sold on the interwebs. What a world we live in. Okay. Elevenses. This is a Anthropologie brand, or at least they sell this brand at Anthropologie. I'll have to just do my research to make sure that these pants are actually Anthropologie. Okay. Okay, here's another one. And I bought this basically strictly to show you this brand. Snow Peak. All right. The lady that was throwing clothes at me today, like digging like a mad woman and just throwing things and just not even picking through stuff and carrying stuff away with her without looking at them. She threw this at me and I saw it and was like, oh, this material is good. It's a good like chambray material. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I looked up the tag, the Snow Peak tag, and the comps are pretty great on this brand. However, there are 2 missing buttons. But I figured, well, it's a new brand and I like new brands. And the comps were good enough that I think that I could probably either throw this on auction or do this at a kind of a lower buy it now price with a best offer and still make money on it. So, Snow Peak. I got an Eileen Fisher piece today. It's it needs to be washed. It needs some TLC, but I can take care of that. Speaking of needs to be washed, Columbia, these fishing shirts, anything with PFG, sorry, there you go, PFG, sells really well. There's a big stain on the front, but I know I can get it out. And I sell these for $25 a piece all day long, men's or women's. They are very popular. Okay, here's a new brand to me, David Carey. It's new with tags. New with tags. I don't know if this print is popular. His shirts seem to be pretty hit and miss. So it's like a guitar button front. Like almost in the style of a Hawaiian shirt. It's a cotton rayon blend, but got it at the bins, new with tags, couldn't say no. All right, I learned about this brand a little while ago. My husband actually hit this garage sale where it was just like fill a bag for $5. And so he just, undiscerning, just picked up a bunch of stuff. And so this brand was in it, this Cinch brand. And I had never heard of it before, and I wasn't super excited about it, but I found that it sold really well, so I sold it for like $30. So as far as menswear is concerned, a Cinch button-down shirt is a good find. Picked up these Vince Camuto pants in this funky pattern. Ooh, is that a stain? Or is that the lighting? That's a stain. Okay, never mind. Gonna throw that out. I have a perpetual box that I just keep in my office of the stuff that's going to go back because I used to beat myself up over it and I've gotten better at looking my stuff up, at looking at the quality of my stuff at the bins, but it's bound to happen that I'm going to come home with 60 pounds of stuff and some of my stuff's going to have holes or stains that I didn't see when I was at the bins. Sometimes I see it when I'm sorting, sometimes I see it when I'm photographing, sometimes I see it when I'm listing, and I don't know how I get all the way to the point of listing an item, and I'm like, how is there a hole here? And I did not see it. But it happens, and I've been doing this long enough to where I think that I should not, but then I just learned to accept that it's just a cost of doing business. So again, when I'm buying items for 99 cents a pound, and I bring it home and it has a hole in it, I haven't lost that much money. You better believe, though, when I'm at the retail stores, I take my time with each piece. That's not to say I have not made a mistake in buying stuff at the retail store with flaws. One time I bought a pair of shoes, and I paid $12 for a pair of Sorels and brought them home, and one was a size 9 and the other one was a size 12. And I had already taken the tags off, so I could not return them. That was cruddy. So it happens to all of us, no matter how seasoned we are. We may make less mistakes as we go on, but we still make mistakes. So I have a standing box in my office of Goodwill redonations. So don't beat yourself up if you're buying stuff at the bins that have flaws on it. You know, you'll get better, you'll learn from your mistakes, you'll learn where to look, but it's still going to happen when we're dealing in the bulk. Okay, what in the world? How did I not notice this? It's a Michael Kors tag. Can you see this? Oh, you can't see it. It's washed out. It's upside down. The darn tag is sewn upside down. You guys, this stuff drives me crazy because Michael by Michael Kors is not a faked brand, but why is the tag upside down? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. So annoying. The throwing lady threw this at me too. Hooray. New with tags and Taylor skirt. I'll take it. Thanks. Thanks, throwing lady. Enjoy your Sonoma t-shirt. And I'll take my Ann Taylor new with tags skirt that you threw at me. Okay, these make me laugh. Torrid. Guess what they are? Pleather pants. Do you know what I think of when I think of pleather pants? I'm a diehard Friends fan. Do you know where I'm going with this? All I can think of is Ross Geller with his pleather pants in the bathroom with a container of baby powder. That's all I can think of. If you haven't seen the episode, go see it. It cracks me up. But you know what? Torrid new with tags. I'm going to buy them. They retailed for $88.50. You won't catch me wearing pleather pants. No way. But I will sell them all day long. Men's Columbia Polo. XX. I don't have anything else to say about that. I just pick up Columbia. It's bread and butter for me. Another bread and butter, which I feel like should be more popular than it is White House Black Market. But it's a cute little halter summer dress. I can't not buy this. This brand used to sell really well for me. Like this dress would go on auction for 40 bucks back 4 years ago. And now it's just really hit and miss. I mean, I'll probably put 35 on this, but it might sit. But I still couldn't say no to it. I don't know about these. Hello. Okay, sorry. Screen went black. I don't know about these North Face women's shorts. They're athletic shorts. They're North Face Flight Series. They'll probably sell for about $15. I bought them because they're North Face. And they were at the bins. Another pair of athletic shorts. Nikes. Cute waistband. It's the Nike running line. Always a good find. I'll probably wait a little bit to put those up. I finally have come to terms with the fact that I will always, always, always at the bins buy Coldwater Creek plus size. I can't tell you how much Coldwater Creek plus size I have thrown back to the bins until I finally realized that it sells. And it sells really well and really fast all the time, especially if it's cute. And this is like a cute, like almost a Nordic print sweater vest. And it's, what did I say, 3X? Yeah, that'll sell really well. Another Nike hoodie. Oh, you guys, this is going to be my longest YouTube video yet. Are you bored yet? Hopefully you're listening to this while you're working. Like that you're taking pictures or you're listing. You don't want to just sit there and stare at my face doing this, right? Work, work, work. It's like the soundtrack. Reseller YouTube videos are the soundtrack to my business right now. So hopefully I'm just adding to that. Mountain Hardwear. We know this one, right guys? Nice. It's like a sweater fleece. That'll go for about $35. I'm going to put the same disclaimer. I don't think I've disclaimered this video yet, but it's the same disclaimer that all of us sellers make on our haul videos, that we are guessing at our price points, right? And most of us will take best offers and we run sales. So we're not 100% sure that it's going to sell for that price or how long it's going to sit in our store before it sells. These are our best guesses based on our experience. So if you go get a Mountain Hardwear sweater fleece and you price it at 50 bucks and it sits on your shelf for 6 months, rethink your pricing strategy. We're always moving, always changing. I got this because it was at the bins. This brand I have sold this brand for $30 before, and I have sold it for $8 before. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's kind of a popular style. It's like a knit sweater. It's cute. I think it's great, and it's in really good condition. So I would not have bought this at the retail store, but at the bins, I'm going to take the chance. All right. I found a ton of J. Jill today. And I only recently started picking up J. Jill. Like, it's a bread and butter brand that I was not aware of. I probably threw a ton of J. Jill back in the bins the last few years. Anyway, I did throw some back because it's got to be in good condition and a popular style. And there was a lot of kind of frumpy J. Jill pieces, and really, really worn pieces that I didn't want to buy. But this is cute. It's like it's going to be perfect for spring. Like almost like a super thin cotton knit top. All right, guys, second bag down. Got one more bag for you. You hanging in there with me? All right. Gap. I don't always buy Gap, but I really like this jacket. It's like a popular belt style jacket. It's a really nice soft material. I think it's kind of an older style, but I like it. And I think it'll sell probably for about 30 bucks. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, North Face. Still stuck on the North Face. It's cute. I'll probably get about $20 for it. It's white. It needs a good wash, so it's not dingy. I love buying vintage ski wear. And by vintage, I mean, well, any vintage. This is more like 80s, 90s. Pacific Trail, Active. And this actually is brand new with tags. Brand new with tags. But it's got those bright colors, blue and this kind of orange. And it's like a nylon, lightweight nylon. I don't know, like, it's more of a windbreaker than a ski piece. But this kind of style of athletic or outdoor gear is really popular and sells pretty well for me at this time of the year. Picked up another BCBG. This one is actually new with tags. It's this really pretty sheer long sleeve top. Goodwill had it marked for $10. I would not have paid $10. Okay, guys, so this shows you how much the market's changed. I thought about throwing these back. Miss me. They're like khakis. I don't know. Comps aren't great. And I remember a time when people were like trying to rip Miss Me out of people's hands, but they're just not as popular as they used to be. But you know, I bought them and I can probably sell them for 20 bucks. So it's not a loss. I did not look this up, but I'm pretty sure that I have heard other resellers talk about this brand before. Bench. So I went ahead and picked it up. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. But it's a hoodie. All right, got another J. Jill. I don't know about this. This seems kind of out of date as far as style is concerned, but I bought it anyway. It's a paisley cardigan sweater, like with a ruffled front. Okay, here we go with Zara again. Oh no, let's see if it sells. What does it say? I don't know. Ever tire of love. Maybe? Never tire? Is there an N there? I don't know. Yes. Never tire of love? I don't get it. I just sell it. I don't get it. I just sell it. That's going to be my new motto. I don't know how I'm going to look up comps on these, but they are like a golf pant. And the brand is called Black and White. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research because if I look up comps, black and white pants, I'm not going to get this brand Black and White. I'm going to get the colors black and white pants. So, but they look like they're in really good condition with like a grip waist. I think they're a golf pant. So I'm going to look at RN numbers and try to figure out. I got a little bit of research to do on those, but they're super lightweight, so they were worth getting. New with tags, Calvin Klein jeans. They're totally like a throwback style. with this really light wash denim, but they're new with tags and they're an ankle skinny. So I don't normally pick up Calvin Klein jeans, but I figured because they were new with tags, they were worth getting. I got this Adidas. It's like a half sports bra, half tank top. All right, guys. Here's my second two in one day. All Saints. This though, it's 100% cashmere, but do you see that big old hole in the front? Bummer. But I'm gonna still try to sell it by itself. I'll probably auction it. That's the kind of thing I'm gonna auction because I really can't gauge the value of a sweater with a hole in it. So I'll probably start it at $9, free shipping, see where it goes. I had a very nice gentleman just throw this at me. He saw me picking up ski gear, and so he's like, here, you want this? Sure. See, there are nice people at my bins. Most of the time. So nice. I do really well with this brand. It's a full ski suit, complete with stirrups on the edges, or on the ends. I'll probably get about 50 or 60 for this. I gotta get it up soon though, because ski season is in full effect. I'm at 40 minutes. It's gonna take forever to upload. Vince. They're just leggings. They look a little faded to me. But Vince is good. It's a good brand and I hardly find it, especially at the bins. So I'm happy about finding that. Okay, I'm really excited about this, guys. I get super excited about vintage Nike. I've had fantastic luck with vintage Nike. So Nike Elite, it's a vintage tag. It's a windbreaker. There's a stain on the front, but I'm going to try to get it out. But even if I can't, it's still going to sell well. I tend to put this stuff on auction because there are some diehard Nike fans and I can't quite put my thumb on exactly what they're looking for. So this is the kind of thing that I will start off with a $20 starting bid and watch it go. If it doesn't sell for $20 or if it doesn't sell on auction, I will put it up high with best offer because then it's a matter of just waiting for that right buyer. So I have had this, I've never actually seen this tag before, but I have had vintage Nike that I put up, you know, at $10 starting bid and get bid up to 150 bucks. So this is the kind of stuff that I like to auction off. And with that came this. Picnic on the Oregon Trail. Look at that. It's totally like, probably from the 90s, I would think. It's dingy, but I'm going to sell it. Because I think it's popular. It's going to be popular. All right, Columbia. And it's like this vintage, like, ski wear Columbia. So I don't pick up all Columbia, but this I couldn't pass up. It's just because it's the bright colored ski jacket. This is a size large, a men's large. And then I'm wondering, because then I picked this up right next to it. It's a, I think this is the liner jacket for it. It's a reversible jacket though. Do you know with reversible jackets? Ooh, there's a letter, a love note. Yep, I think this is it. So in the reversible jackets, you're gonna find the tag and the sizing inside of a pocket. So I'm gonna put those two pieces together and sell them together. Let's read this love note. Aw, sad. It's a blank piece of paper. I have found some juicy love notes in pockets before. Not even gonna get into it here. That's all I'm gonna say about that. What have you found in pockets? It's fun to find things. Well, sometimes it's fun to find things in pockets. Sometimes it's disgusting to find things in pockets. One time in my early eBay days, I got a feedback, positive feedback, and the person said in the feedback, "This thing's awesome. It had stuff in the pockets." That was the feedback. And my husband and I, for days, were like, what was in the pockets? What did we leave in the pockets? Because I have found money in pockets. I have found food in pockets. I have found snotty tissues in pockets. I have found Q-tips in pockets. I have found inappropriate meet me under the bleachers love notes in pockets. I have found crazy things in the pockets, so I will always want to know. It will always be one of those things in the back of my head. What stuff did you find in the pockets? Must have been good though, because it was positive feedback and he was happy. So if it was a $100 bill, man, his lucky day. All right, next item, Meister. I do really well with these sweaters, these ski sweaters. They're pretty easy, 30 bucks a pop. So it's in great condition. You guys, that's it. Ta-da! 60 pounds. Do you see this over here though? I put this on Instagram yesterday and I was so proud of myself. Look at all that stuff ready to list. It's this giant pile next to my desk of photographed items ready to list. I've not listed. I didn't list yesterday, guys. I did almost 50 listings the day before yesterday and I did not list one thing yesterday because I took all these pictures. And then I went to the bins today and it is 2 o'clock. I gotta get going. I don't know when though, because now after I put this video up, I'm gonna go hang out with my kids. So this is forever the busy working mom's balance, right? I got stuff to do. Gotta work, gotta take care of my kids, gotta make dinner at some point. I know you can relate. I know you all can relate. There are days where I'm like, look at all this time I've got. I can just list all day long. And I love those days. And there are days where I'm like, I can't list at all because I have other things that need to be tended to, or I'm not going to list at all because I'm going to hang out with my kids because I have the freedom to hang out with my kids. So that's the beauty of this job, you guys. But I know that my sales are going to slow down. I think I did $150 yesterday. Not great. It's not terrible. I still sold things. I've sold 6 items so far today. I'm okay with that. But I gotta get listing. It's gotta happen at some point. If you ever figure that out, how to balance being a working mom, working from home, can you let me know how that works out for you? Because just when I think I have it figured out, just when I think, yes, this is perfect, perfectly balanced, everybody's happy, my husband's happy, my kids are happy, all my work is done, the next day I'm like, I literally got nothing done. So I don't know. It's forever changing. It's forever morphing. So let me know if you've got some tips for that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned some things from this haul video. Hope you got lots of work done in this last 48 minutes. 48 minutes! Tune in again. I think pretty soon I'm going to introduce you guys to my husband. I don't know what we're going to talk about together yet, but you get to see him and what he does. Because he's my biggest support in this business, even though we don't necessarily do this together. He goes thrifting with me. We like to do that together. Not ever the bins. He's not a big fan of the bins, but he'll go to retail stores with me. So anyway, I told him it's time to introduce you to the YouTube world. So he'll maybe be on my next video, and then you'll get to see our banter. And yeah. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can give it a thumbs down. That's fine with me. I prefer a thumbs up though. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button, and you can come follow me over on Instagram if you would like, at Thrifting for the Nest. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Have a great day. Happy listing, happy thrifting. See ya.